So, hi friends, welcome to online lecturer prepared by M. Santosh, contract lecturer in physics, MVS degree and PG college, Mahbub Nagar. Subject physics and today topic nuclear physics. Nuclear physics. So, first what are first of all what is the nucleus? So, according to Rutherford, nucleus is in spherical shape. So, at the center we have a nucleus. Nucleus has positive charge and it has more. Uh, so total mass of the atom concentrated at the center of the sphere, that is called nucleus. Nucleus contains protons and neutrons called nucleons and electrons also revolving around the nucleus. So nucleus in nucleus, proton is a nucleon, so proton has positive charge and a neutron has neutral charge, and also electrons are revolving around the nucleus, those having negative charge with a quantity 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb, and its mass 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. So that is about the nucleus. So we indicate one element as ZXA. Here X is a symbol, element symbol, and Z is a number of protons. Z is a number of protons. And A means A is a mass of the nucleus. That is a mass of the nucleus, that is A minus Z. A minus Z means A is a mass of the nucleus and Z Z is a proton. So proton number. So A minus Z is totally number of neutron number. So mass of the number of the neutron inside the nucleus we indicate with Z, and the number of the neutrons inside the nucleus we indicate N. So total proton plus neutron we can call as a, those are called as a nucleus. So here what is the first? What are the properties of the nucleus? What are the different properties of the nucleus? So that is our task. That is our task. So what are the different properties of the nucleus? So for that, I am now going to share one slide to you. That is a nucleus properties of the nucleus. That is a so properties of the nucleus. Here we have a properties. So first property of the nucleus is a size. According to Rutherford model, nucleus having spherical shape. So nucleus having spherical shape, the size of the nucleus is very much small compared to the atom. The radius of the nucleus is 10 to the power of minus 15 meters. So if capital R is a radius of a nucleus, then you know that volume of a nucleus 4 by 3 pi r cube. That is a volume of a spherical sphere. That is V equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. Here, so but we know that what is a we know that volume is proportional to mass number. If mass number of a nucleus or mass number of a nucleus increases, automatically volume of a nucleus increases. So that is a V proportional to R. So here V proportional to V proportional to A means volume is proportional to atomic number. So volume is proportional to atomic number. V in proportional to A. So volume is a 4 by 3 pi r cube in proportional atomic number A. So we know that we can write r in proportional a power 1 by 3 because 4 by 3 is a constant and pi is also constant. So we can write r in proportional a power 1 by 3. So here we can write r equal to r naught a power 1 by 3. That is equation number 1. Here r naught is a proportional constant, that is a r naught equal to 1.3 into 10 to the power of minus 15 meters. So finally, what is the radius of the nucleus? Capital R equal to R naught a power 1 by 3. So next one, charge. So first property is size of the nucleus completed, and the second property is charge of the nucleus. So we know that electrons and protons and neutrons both are called nucleons. Here proton having positive charge and the neutron having neutral charge, means proton automatically nucleus having positive charge, that is charge of a proton. So finally charge of a proton is a ZE. Here Z is a proton number of proton, and E is a charge of the proton, that is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. So that is a charge of the nucleus. Second property, so charge. Next one is a mass. What is the mass of the nucleus? So already we know that already I said. So number of protons is a Z and mass of the proton is a MP. Then number of neutrons are A minus Z. So subtraction of mass number minus proton number, we get neutron number capital N, and mass of the neutron is Mn. So totally mass of the nucleus Mn equal to Zmp plus A minus Zmn. That is the mass of the nucleus. So that is equal equation number 2. So next one is the density of a nucleus. So density of a nucleus means density. Density of a nucleus means density means ratio between mass and volume is gives a density. Here mass means nuclear mass and volume is nuclear volume. So ratio of nuclear mass and nuclear volume gives a density of a nucleus. So here we can indicate density with rho. So rho equal to nuclear mass by nuclear density, that is Amn is a nuclear mass by 4 by 3 pi r cube, that is a volume of a nucleus. So then rho equal to Amn by 4 by 3 pi r cube. So already we know that from equation number 1, r equal to r naught a power 1 by 3. So here, so Amn by 4 by 3 pi r naught cube. So here we can write, so in numerator and denominator, a both are gets cancelled. We have capital Mn by 4 by 3 pi r naught cube only. R naught a power 1 by 3 only. We have a power r naught cube only. So here, so then mass Mn here, Mn is a mass of the nucleus, rho here is a density of the nucleus. By substitution of Mn, that is a mass of the nucleus, then R naught equal to 1.3 into 10 to the power of minus 15 meters, and 4 by 3 that value, and pi that is a constant value, and by substitution of these values we get mass of the nucleus, density of the nucleus, rho equal to 1.816 into 10 to the power of 17 kg per meter. That is a density of a nucleus. Here density of a nucleus is a order of 10 to the power of minus 17, 10 to the power of 17 kg per meter cube. That is a density of a nucleus. So next, density of a nucleus. So now till now we are completed size of the nucleus and charge of the nucleus and mass of the nucleus and the density of the nucleus. Next property is a spin of the nucleus. What is the spin of the nucleus? So what is the spin of the nucleus? Generally, electron having spin because it is rotating itself and also rotating around a nucleus. That is a spin of a electron. Here, spin of a nucleus. Spin of a nucleus means we have a nucleus, proton and neutron. So automatically proton and neutron are having orbital angular momentum known as spin. It is 1 by 2 h cross, and also protons are revolving around themselves. Then so automatically is a orbital angular momentum L. So spin angular momentum S and orbital angular momentum L. So totally spin of a nucleus, that is I equal to L plus S. So I equal to L plus S. So we can write I equal to h cross under root I into I plus 1 according wave mechanics. That is equation 4, number 4. So spin of the nucleus I equal to L plus S. So next one is a magnetic dipole momentum. So what is a magnetic dipole momentum means suppose any charged particle revolving around a closed path, automatically it get orbital magnetic dipole momentum. Here we have a proton inside a nucleus. Proton is revolving around a or proton particle moving in a closed path, so that it has also magnetic dipole momentum. So that is we can indicate magnetic dipole momentum mu n. We can write according Dirac's theory. We can write mu n equal to E h cross by 2 mp. Here E h cross by 2 mp. Mp is a mass of a proton number, h cross is a constant, and E is a constant. So also we can write E equal to EH by 4 pi mp, because h cross means h by 2 pi. So here EH cross EH by 4 pi mp. So this is called Bohr magneton. So this is called Bohr magneton. Bohr magneton number is this question is very important for competitive exams, because in MSc entrance, they are asking highly what is a magnetic Bohr magneton. So this is a important question for competitive exams. So next one. So finally mu n equal to h by 4 pi mp. Here E is a charge of a proton, that is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs, and mass Bohr constant 6.62 into 10 to the power of minus 34 by 4 into pi 3.14, and mp mass of a proton 1.67 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg. So by substitution of these values, then we get a magnetic momentum mu n equal to 5.05 into 10 to the power of minus 27 joule per Tesla. So Bohr magneton mu n, nucleus Bohr magneton equal to 5.05 into 10 to the power of minus 27 joule per Tesla. So that is a nuclear magnetic momentum of a nucleus. So then electric quadrupole momentum. So what is the electric quadrupole momentum means? Electric quadrupole momentum gives shape of the nucleus. So according Rutherford, shape of the nucleus is a spherical shape, but so shape of the nucleus is a spherical shape. According Schoenfeld model, shape of the nucleus is a elliptical shape. So deviation of elliptical orbit indicates electric quadrupole momentum. So deviation of spherical as a ellipse gives a electric quadrupole momentum, that is QE. So we can indicate electric quadrupole momentum Q, that is Q equal to 2 by 5 ZE into B square minus A square. Here we have three cases. So in this equation, Q equal to 2 by 5 ZE into B square minus A square. Here B is a semi minor axis and A is a semi major axis. Depend on these A and B values, we have three cases. So we have three cases only. Either A greater than B, or A less than B, or A equal to B. Here we have three cases. Suppose first case, what is the A equal to B? If A equal to B, if semi-major axis equals to the semi-minor axis, what is the electric quadrupole momentum? So by substitution of B equal to A, what is the value of Q? Q equal to 0. So as per showing on a figure on this screen, so if A equal to B, what is the shape of the nucleus? It is a spherical shape. Shape of the nucleus is a spherical shape for A equal to B, means when semi-major axis equal to the semi-minor axis, automatically the shape of the nucleus becomes spherical shape. So next case is a, so case number 2. So next case is A greater than B. Okay, A greater than B. A greater than B means here A greater than means semi major axis is greater than semi minor axis. So as shown in figure, so suppose semi major axis greater than semi minor axis, what is the value of Q? That is a positive value. Okay, when A greater than B, when we have a A greater than, what is the value of a Q? It is a negative. So negative means as per showing figure, so A is a semi-major axis and B is a semi-minor axis. So if A greater than B, we have a Q is a negative value. So we so we call this shape as a prolate shape of ellipse. Okay, sorry, oblate shape of ellipse. So the shape is called oblate shape of ellipse. So then third case is a, for third case, for ellipsoid A less than B. A less than B means semi-major axis is less than semi-major axis. Then Q value become positive. So positive value Q equal to positive. Then so this shape of the nucleus called as a prolate of ellipse shape. Prolate. So if A equal to B, we have a circular shape of the nucleus. Nucleus shape is a circle, and if A greater than B, so when value A greater than B, shape of the nucleus is a oblate of a ellipse. If A less than B, that is a semi-major axis less than semi-major minor axis, the shape of the nucleus is a prolate shape of the ellipse. Those are the, that is a property of electric quadrupole momentum. Electric quadrupole momentum gives a shape of the nucleus. We have three cases for nucleus, that is A equal to B, A greater than B, A less than B. So those are the properties of the nucleus. So what are the properties of the nucleus? First one is a electric. First one is a elect size of the nucleus, and second one is a shape of the second one is a charge of the nucleus, and third one is a mass of the nucleus, and fourth one is a density of the nucleus, that is a, and fifth one is a what is the spin of the nucleus, and then what is the magnetic momentum of the nucleus, then what is the quadrupole momentum of the nucleus. So these are the different properties of the nucleus. So then So the next topic is a impossibility of an electron being inside a nucleus. So impossibility of electron being inside a nucleus. Generally, we know that electrons are revolving around a nucleus, and protons and neutrons are we can call protons and nucleons are called nucleons. So we know that electrons are rotating outside the nucleus. But so here we have a proof why electrons are outside a nucleus, why they are inside a nucleus. That is now I am going to give a proof for that concept. So generally, according Heisenberg principle, the size of the nucleus is 10 to the power of minus 15 meters, means order of 10 to the power of minus 15 meters, or 10 to the power of minus 15 meters. So according to uncertainty principle, we know that delta x into delta p equal to greater than or equal or equal to h cross by 2. Here delta x is a uncertainty in position and delta p is a uncertainty in momentum. We know that delta x uncertainty in the position delta x equal to 2 into 10 to the power of minus 15 meters, because 10 to the power of minus 15 meters is a radius of the nucleus. Then total diameter of the nucleus or size of the nucleus 2 into 10 to the power of minus 15 meters. That is a position uncertainty in position delta x equal to 2 into 10 to the power of minus 15 meters. Then according to uncertainty principle, we can write delta p x into delta p equal to greater than or equal to h cross by 2. So here from we can write delta p equal to h cross by 2 into delta x. So h cross by 2 into delta x. Delta x means by substitution of delta x 2 into 10 to the power of minus 50 meters, and 2 is a constant, and h cross value, that is a constant value, we get delta p greater than or equal to 1.06 into 10 to the power of minus 20 kg meter per second. So what is the uncertainty in momentum of the nucleus? 1.06 into 10 to the power of minus 20 meter per second kg. That is a momentum, uncertainty in momentum. So we know that the energy of the electron, is a, what is the energy of the electron? So but energy equal to p square by 2m. We know that electron energy equal to p square by 2m. Delta E equal to, so derivation of delta E 2p 2 delta p by 2 into m. M is a mass of a proton. By substitution of delta p, we get by substitution of delta p, LL we got delta p equal to 1.06 into 10 to the power minus 27 kg. Delta E equal to 2 delta p, that is by substitution of delta p 2 into mp, mass of a proton, we have a energy 19 MeV, 19.8 MeV. Energy of a electron is a 19.8 MeV. But experiments gives electron having only so experiment gives a particle having energy between 2 MeV and 3 MeV, that particle only situated inside the nucleus. But here electron having large energy 19.8 MeV, so that it is escapes from nucleus, so that electron revolving around the nucleus. This is a strong proof for the electron does not exist inside a nucleus. Okay, so that is a today's topic. So today's topic we completed. Today we completed what is a nucleus. What is a nucleus? Nucleus is a center core of a atom. It consists of a protons and neutrons. Proton number. So mass of a nucleus, generally mass of a nucleus is a mass of a proton, and neutron is proton having positive charge and neutron having central charge, neutral charge, and electrons are revolving around the nucleus that is having negative charge. Here, protons and neutrons both are having inside the nucleus, so those particles are called nucleons. So mass of the proton is a 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 27 kg, and charge of the charge of the proton is a 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. So next, what is the first property of a nucleus is the size of the nucleus. What is the size of the nucleus? So according Rutherford model, nucleus having spherical shape, so volume of the spherical shape is V equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. So that uh, so we know that V is proportional to mass number A. So that is V in proportion to A. We know that V equal to V means 4 by 3 pi r cube proportional to A. So here R cube only proportional to A because remaining all are constant. So R equal to, we can write R equal to R naught A power 1 by 3. Here R naught is a proportional constant, that is a 1.3 into 10 to the power minus 15 meters. Then charge of the nucleus. So generally we say that charge of the nucleus is a charge of a proton. That is a nucleus having positive charge with magnitude 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 27. Here we can indicate charge of the nucleus as a Ze. Z is a proton number, E is a charge of a proton. Then mass of the nucleus. Mass of the nucleus means sum of a masses of a protons and neutrons is a mass number of the nucleus. So if we have Z protons, then mass of a proton is a MP, ZMP plus A minus Z in a neutron number and number of neutron numbers, and mass of the neutron is Ma. Then mass of the nucleus becomes Mn equal to ZMP plus A minus Z Mn. So that is the mass of the nucleus. Then mass of the nucleus. Then density of the nucleus. The ratio between nuclear mass and nuclear volume is called density of the nucleus. Nuclear mass is a AMN. So AMN means A is a mass number and Mn is a number of protons. And then ratio by nucleus, then volume, that is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So we can substitute in place R. We have here from equation number 1 R naught A power 1 by 3 R naught A power 1 by 3 by cancellation of A in numerator and denominator. We have rho equal to Mn by 4 by 3 pi R naught cube. Here we have a Mn value, that is mass of a proton 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 27 kg, and 4 by 3 is a constant, pi is a constant, and R naught is a constant, that is 1.3 into 10 to the power minus 15 meters. Then by simplification, we have a density of the nucleus rho equal to 1.8 into 10 to the power of 17 kg per meter. Then spin of a nucleus. So generally we know that both proton and neutron both are having natural angular momentum known as its spin. So the proton magnitude of spin of angular momentum is 1 by 2 h cross. So when nucleons are revolving around the nucleus, inside the nucleus, and revolving itself, both having orbital spin moment, orbital spin, and also they are rotating inside the nucleus, so that they having orbital momentum. So orbital spin momentum. So orbital momentum. So then sum of spin angular momentum S plus orbital angular momentum L, that is a nucleus spin, that is I equal to L plus S. So according wave mechanics, we know that I equal to under root I into I plus 1. H cross into I plus 1. That is a mass of a, sorry, spin of a nucleus. Spin of a nucleus. Then magnetic dipole momentum. So we know that if a charged particle moving inside a closed pod, automatically it get magnetic dipole momentum. So here also inside the nucleus we have a positive charge, means positive charge proton, means charged proton moving inside a nucleus, means inside a closed path, means so that so proton nucleus having magnetic dipole momentum because of charged particle moving inside a closed path. So that is mu n. So he gives a magnetic dipole momentum mu n equal to E h cross by 2mp. Here G h cross means h by 2 pi. So finally mu n equal to E h by 4 pi mp. Here h is a Planck constant, mp is a mass of a proton. This E h by 4 pi mp number is called one Bohr magneton. So what is a magnetic dipole momentum of the nucleus? One Bohr magneton. So this is very important for competitive exams. Then electric quadrupole momentum. So electric quadrupole momentum means in general nucleus having spherical shape according to Rutherford model, according Sommerfeld model. Rutherford deviates from spherical shape. Finally, it attains elliptical shape. So deviation from spherical shape to elliptical shape is gives a electric quadrupole momentum. Okay, that is P equal to 2 by 5 ZE into B square minus A square. Here B is a semi-major axis of ellipse and A is a semi-minor axis of electron. So by depend on values of A and B, we have here three cases. If A equal to B, first case is A equal to B. If semi-major axis is equal to semi-major axis, minor axis A equal to B, what happens? Spherical shape automatically becomes circular shape. So if spherical shape, if A greater than B, A greater than B means if semi major axis greater than semi minor axis, so Q value becomes negative. That is called oblate shape of ellipse. That is case 2. And case 3, if A less than B means if semi major axis is less than semi major axis, that is A less than B, the shape of the nucleus is a prolate shape of a shape, elliptical shape. So those are the three different shapes of a nucleus according electric quadrupole momentum. Then next topic is a electron does not exist inside a nucleus. So inside a nucleus, according Einstein principle, the electrons are not existing inside a nucleus. So now we are going to discuss and we are going to prove electron does not exist inside a nucleus. So we know that radius of a nucleus is r equal to 10 to the power of minus 16 meters. So then diameter of the nucleus becomes 2 into 10 to the power of minus 15 meters. According to Einstein principle, delta x into delta p equal to greater than or equal to h cross by 2. H cross equal to h by 2. So finally delta x delta p greater than or equal to h by 4 pi. h by h by 4 pi. By substitution of here, delta x is the uncertainty in position of the electron and delta p is the uncertainty in momentum of the electron. So then what is the already we have a value of uncertainty in position of the electron, that is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 15 meters. So then delta P greater than or equal to h by 2 delta x, that is by substitution of h value, that is Planck constant 6.6 into 10 to the power of minus 34, mm, and also delta x value 2 into 10 to the power of minus 15 meters we got. So value of a momentum p equal to delta p greater than or equal to 1.06 into 10 to the power of minus 20 kg per meter second, kg meter per second. So that is a uncertainty in movement of a electron. So we know that energy of a electron E equal to p square by 2m. So uncertainty in energy becomes delta E equal to delta P by 2m. Here m is a mp, means mass of a proton, that is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 27 kg, and delta P is a 1.06 into 10 to the power of minus 20 kg. By substitution of these values, we have the energy of the electron 19.8 MeV. So electron having energy 19.8 MeV according to uncertainty principle. But only which particles having energy between 2 MeV to 3 MeV, then only those particles exist inside a nucleus. But electron having energy 19.8 MeV, so so energy of a electron is very much greater than energy of a particle which are situated inside a nucleus, so that electrons are escaped from a nucleus then revolving around the nucleus. That is, so that here is a one proof for electron does not exist inside a nucleus. So that is those are the properties of the nucleus, and the electron does not exist inside the nucleus. So uh, so today topic is over. Thank you everyone. Thank you for your patience. Thank you. So I am ending this today's meeting. Thank you.